Set to go. Young Will Cooper ready to do the honors. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
One thing he does very well, he takes care of the football. Had 176 passing attempts to start his career without an interception. That's the most in NFL history. And finishes rookie year, 23 touchdown passes and only 4 interceptions.
The safety Keanu Neal there to knock that one free. On 2nd and 10. Got it over man, it's Michael Gallup. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there in the first down. 37-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this lines up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39.
This is Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Ezekiel Elliott. The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott connects in with the tight end Blake Jarwin. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd inches.
At the 48-yard line.
The first down carry by Elliott. And down to 44, 5 yards that time. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
All right, man, I know we're early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll find Lamb that's complete. He'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Here's Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards to loss, 2nd and 12. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They run the option on 2nd down. Falcons get there for the sack. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And this time they were waiting for him. He's going to be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and now it's 3rd down. Incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's this to Jarwin. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. Tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing at the receiver where he was going, and they were allowed to the ball after the catch. That's not for sure on the first down.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get through.
Something going negative.
I was.
Sometimes you think the three's just not that good.
People say they were negative sometimes.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think of a 14-point drive, you would get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because right where the defense did.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Ball carrier. on the
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
with the score Cowboys 3.
Second down, this is Gurley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
carry.
And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him. The full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. We're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Brushing off defenders. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try and get him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what they call that third level run. First level being the D-line and linebacker, second level, the secondary, the third. When you block it up well, you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on the defense. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to post their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they just stick with it. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. I got to ask you, these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, those things are
Into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it as they come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the run.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trying on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. On second down, Prescott again. Workitter here is complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield. It's got his man complete. And we will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You don't want to lean towards the defender, right? You don't really do that. That's a tough situation for him, as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball is not streaking towards it. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Prescott on first down. Buying time was left. And he's taken down inside the 30. Even 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up the first down. Warriors, go. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Prescott. Now he'll escape to his right. He's going to take off with it and wind up getting 4 there on his own, but he will leave him now with a third down situation. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Wilson snags it left side. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping it for the first down.
Stopped him in his tracks. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when we try to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they may need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Falcons about set to begin their next drive. Falcons offense at the line. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Gets through and now an opening. We have hit an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter three.
26.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
And the Falcons up now first and 10 at their own 22. He gives to Gurley. And taking it ahead to the 28-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there in the first down run, and it's second and 4. Again, they run with Gurley. 11 yards there, first down.
He's tackled
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he takes it down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
They make it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. On first and goal, Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get it as they stop him at the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it will be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Cowboys 9-yard line.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown! Todd Gurley. The second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some. They've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're going to get touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high power. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you'll like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They keep on the ground earlier. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Tyler
Well,
Davis
he's got there defensively Tyler Davison.
to pick up a 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 41-yard
From
line.
the 41, Prescott going underneath, complete to Jarwin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Good pickup for 8 yards and a first down completion. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the option, here's Elliott. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. And I believe will eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 8 yards to gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. 10th carry now for Allen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Now Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. And that pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe we tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. From the 22, here's second and 8. So they'll stick to the running game with Gurley.
I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first 3 quarters, oh, your EP coming up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're caught up in thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watch them run it. I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead. Usually not as fumble prone either.
Well, that is so true because they are taught to take care of the ball as you surge forward. And you often see that both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 12. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. With carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs, clock continues to move. No better way to close out the game than to chat those mastodons you have up front to the guys. Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further on in front. Coup for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. This will make it into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
That is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over. They turn the ball over last time. So look at them all doing it here.
A gain there of 21 yards. First down now, the clock continues to move. Being chased out left. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Prescott stripped. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Second and goal. At the Falcons 9-yard
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. He's going to get his man out of the backfield. Complete. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came